I have seen a lot of first-time founders committing this mistake that the moment they have an idea or they think of starting up, they go for a business entity registration. You should not be going for a legal entity registration on day one. Rather, there are a lot of different steps based on the different stages that you should take before you think of business registration. So let's deconstruct this entire journey based on the stage you are in. So the first stage I'm going to talk about is the idea stage. So if you are a startup founder who's in idea stage, ideation stage, very early stage, still not sure about the problem statement, juggling between multiple ideas, then any kind of business registration is not for you. Neither you should go for a firm nor for any kind of a company, right? Despite the fact you don't have a business registration, at an idea stage, you can definitely go for applying to incubators, applying to accelerator programs, applying to startup competitions, even applying to B-plan competitions. So at this stage, which is the idea stage, you don't need a business registration or a legal entity registration. Second is business validation. This is where you kind of narrow down onto the problem statement and you now want to validate the entire problem you have figured out. So you go to the market, talk to potential customers, conduct surveys, meet people, sometimes also start taking advice from mentors and advisors. Even at this stage, you don't need a business entity registration. The third stage is the product development stage. Whether you are building a hardware product or a software product, or you're building some sort of MVP to validate your hypothesis that you had in the second stage, you still don't need any form of a legal entity. You can build the product, build the MVP, build the hardware, build the prototype, and again take it to the market to get some sort of validation. The fourth stage is early traction or early revenue. And this is where your business will see some sort of people using your product, your services, or maybe some early revenue coming into your business. This is where it is recommended to have a legal entity for your business, because now is the time you want to look authentic to your vendors, to your customers, to your employees, to your suppliers, and therefore it is highly recommended to register some sort of a business legal entity. You can choose between a firm or a company or an LLP. So to conclude, the right time to register any form of a legal entity is when you start seeing early revenues or early traction. Before that, although, if you are in idea stage, validation stage, product development stage, you do not need a legal entity, but you still want to go out there and register any form of a legal entity, I would highly recommend that you go and register an entity which is low in compliance so that your operations do not become compliance heavy.